So hey guys, and welcome to another Retro Games for Cheaters with me, Supernautus, and today we are playing Darius Twin on the Super Nintendo. This is a Taito release from, well, 1993 in Europe, but 1991 in Japan and North America. And yeah, it's a side-scrolling shooter with weird fish enemies. You'll see what I mean. We're playing this with infinite health, and I hope you'll enjoy it. And if you do, please hit that like button and maybe add a subscription too. For now though, let's get going. Let's get going. Obviously this is a game you can play with more than one player, but we're playing it on our own. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's like lives. Let's put it onto the... Oh, there's only easier and normal. So let's play it on normal then. And yes, so we're playing it with infinite health. And let's go. So there's two weapons options you've got here. You've got your main cannon. And you've got your secondary weapon, which is kind of a bomb type thing. Although they will gradually improve. Oh yeah, and I've also got infinite shields turned on now that the shields are active. Which means we will also hold all of our upgrades. For pretty much the entirety of the game. That improves my secondary fire. Basically, when these things come along, you'll get an upgrade. I believe the blue ones are shield upgrades. The red ones are main weapon upgrades. And the green ones, are the secondary weapon upgrades. I might be wrong. I'll remind myself as we play. And yeah, so it's another side-scrolling shoot 'em up. There we go, main weapon upgrade. A little double gun. Pretty much for this game, the best option I can give you is just continuous firing. Because you can do that by just holding down. Is it the B and the Y buttons? Yeah. There we go, we've got an upgrade again. Little twin laser coming out the front of us. And yeah, as I say, everything like enemies and bosses are pretty much look like fish. Killer Hija. A huge battleship. There it is. It's a fish. I'm avoiding these. I don't really have to, obviously. But pretty much, yeah, just shooting continuously at this thing. As is the case with all of these sorts of games. We'll get rid of it. Eventually. There he goes. Can let go of our fire button for a little while. So now, the other thing with this game is that you choose your paths. I'm going to choose that one. Yeah, it's got split paths that you get to choose between when you're fighting enemies. Bit of a shield upgrade there. It's generally an enjoyable game. Because it's quite, it's fast paced, it's smooth. All those good things. Shark. And a load of little sharks that he shoots out of his face. Gives birth to baby sharks from his mouth, apparently. Do, yeah. Indeed. Interesting patterns with some of these enemies as well. A lot of them are very similar. There are some that, like that, I mean, that's obviously not a great many places you can escape from that. Not the best time to scratch your face. There we go, main weapon upgrade again. And the good news is obviously it starts to take things down a lot quicker, so you don't have to deal with as many annoyances. Which is good. There we go. Here we go, huge battleship, Emperor Fossil and Queen Fossil. It's two fish. We have this one and we have that one. The Emperor and the Queen. Basically, you can only shoot the one that's got its mouth open. The other one won't react really well, it's got its mouth closed to you shooting at it. So you have to just pound the one while it's got its mouth open. And then switch. There we go, one down. And now we get a plethora of enemy shots fired at us. I am trying to avoid the shots as well, just because I feel like it makes a bit of sense to try and at least, you know, try that. So there's only one planet we can choose today, and that's planet Lankus. There we go. Another upgrade. And we continue our journey through the fishy stars. Well, that's what it is, isn't it? I mean, it seems like aliens are all fish in this game world. There's another big main weapon upgrade. And then another one for that. Now, admittedly, once the weapons start getting bigger and flashier, the picture on the screen starts to get crazier, you know. But the thing with us at this stage now is that you've pretty much taken all of these enemies in one or two shots. And keeping everything at bay. The thing is, sometimes you're not totally sure where you're going. Okay, got another upgrade option. There we go. Our shield has changed colour. Bit of an upgrade to that again. You know, I think this is, maybe it's just me, but I think this is one of the better side-scrolling shooters on Super Nintendo. I don't know how many people will agree with me. It looks like we've reached the boss stage. You can tell because there's no scenery at the top or bottom of the screen. Yeah. Demon Sword. It's coming fast. Demon Sword is a squid. It's a giant squid. Colossal squid, maybe. Quite simple to take out. It doesn't have any special areas you have to attack first or anything like that. Just shoot him in the side of the face until he goes down. See? Okay, we're gonna go to the planet Rear. Hope it's not like a big butt, but it could be. We'll take the bottom path, I think, if we can, in most cases. This time. That's one thing, there are obviously multiple paths. I don't know if it changes the enemies you face. You would expect it to, otherwise what would be the point? But I'm sure I've taken a different path from what I did last time. And I seem to still be facing the same levels. Or maybe I'm just imagining that. I don't know. That fish is behind me. See, I remember this stage, but I played this game yesterday to just make sure everything was working. I definitely didn't choose the bottom option here. And yet I'm still getting the same levels. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe I'm wrong. But we'll continue to upgrade. At this stage, there's not much that can stand up to us, really. Shields. Turn my shields gold. This means they're soft and malleable, doesn't it? And very heavy. Look, I'm going down. Here we go. Another huge battleship. Dual Shears SP. Who is he? He is a prawn. Or a shrimp if you prefer. I don't prefer either option. He was quite easy. Or was it a lobster? No, it was a shrimp. Now, next. Let's go to the planet Karudo. Okay. There's not much to tell you, is there? I mean, as part of the Darius series, I believe it's the third game in the Darius series. Or in the main sort of Darius series. Darius 1 and 2, obviously the first kind of couple of options. Oh, there's like a smart bomb thing there as well. Not that it was much use to me because there were no enemies on the screen. There were quite a lot of games in this series. Certainly was very, very popular. As well as some kind of other games that kind of tie into it, like Sivalian, and I'm sure there's something else. Yeah, popular series of games. Hermit crabs, is it? No time for hermit crabs. Are we at the boss again, or no? We're not. We're not far from the end, though. It's a fairly straight run. What could we say? I mean, everything's working. You know, everything we've set up to work has worked. It's a run through with no deaths. Unfortunately, that's because we're using cheats, so it doesn't count for anything. I expect we're probably running through the game at the fastest possible time, but I don't know. Because we've not died even once, so... Let's see. Swarms and swarms of enemies. Obviously, if we were... Oh, here we go. Dark Coronatus. What's this? What's this? It is... It's up there. It's a seahorse. And I can't seem to destroy any part of it right now. No part of it's flickering to say that we're doing any damage. Is it just its body? Okay. Come on, seahorse. There we go. And it launches out little seahorses too. And it's gone. Moving on. This is another one where we don't really have a choice. We do actually. Planet Orlane. Second to last level. Oh, we've got something else here if we can get the upgrade. No! Oh, I got it. By slamming through the scenery. Thought I wasn't going to get that. That would have been frustrating. So see, at this stage you've just got a lot of flashing going on the screen. At this stage I suppose you should warn anybody. Who may be susceptible to flickering lights. To, you know... Oh, we can't see... There it is. That killed everything on the screen. Admittedly, I did it by going through the scenery again. But that's alright. Not had any weapon upgrades in a little while. Are we at the final form of our weapons? Maybe. Oh, maybe not. There we go. It's doubled up in speed. It's getting there. Oh, should have gone that way. So we will. I mean, at this stage you're basically pummeling everything with all these weapons. I think the only way you could get through this any quicker is if you had all these weapons from the beginning. That's what I should have done. Fully upgrade my weapons. What's the excitement of discovering what the next stage of the weapon is? If you just unlock it fully from the beginning. Another thing I would say is, you know, I'm not a big fan of these games where it gets you to pick a split path. And then obviously, if you want to see the other levels, you have to play it all over again. And it's just artificially inflating playtime, isn't it, really? Hyper Great Thing. It's a whale. I'm glad that we fought a blue whale. It's a space blue whale spaceship, so it's not endangered. Well, I mean, it is. This particular one's endangered, but you know. It's very endangered, this one. It's gonna be finished soon. Maybe it's not. It's a blue whale after all. It has to take a while. I think it's dead now. And that brings us to the final level. The planet Darius. And this is full of all of those higher powered enemies that we fought in the middle of some of the stages. The kind of mid-stage bosses, I suppose. There we go. Which is what a lot of these bigger creatures were. Although they were very easy to defeat. There we go, another one down. But no sooner have you finished one than another one comes. The fish are in 3 different colours now. Pink, yellow, and, or pink, orange, and silver. Ah, there we go. A few little squid things. He was a squid now, and then he was dead now. Come on. The only thing is with these enemies, they take so long to kill. Which is kind of annoying. And no sooner have we got one hermit crab almost dead than another one comes along. Mr. Krabs and his buddy. Not really. Okay, what's next? Here we go, a huge battleship, code number LC40. It's the Super Alloy Lantern. It's an anglerfish type thing. Blow up its little feeler on its head first, its lamp, because you can't do anything else until you have. Now that that's destroyed, it'll move along. And you just have to assault more protrusions from its body. This part here, like that bit there, I can go inside it as well, which is... I don't think there's anything... Yeah, you just have to keep doing that until it moves round in such a way that you can assault it. And again, it's launching other fish out of its mouth. You can pretty much avoid them, because they're very slow moving. And will be taken out by our secondary fire anyway. And there we go. One anglerfish. annihilated. The only other thing we've got left is the Great Tusk. It's a walrus. I think it's a walrus. All of the rest of these are like deep sea creatures, and then we've got a walrus. Because obviously, you know, it makes sense. When we've had a load of fish before, and what? And squid, prawns. So obviously the final boss should be a walrus. We finally regained Darius, our former mother planet. And I couldn't read that because it went too quickly. There we go, we got our ship. Flying around. Flying home, I guess. Wait, but I thought this was home. So where's he flying to? We've rescued our home, now let's fly away from it and leave it empty and undefended again. The credits! Not any old credits, it's the credits. Taiko Ueno. I shouldn't try and pronounce these names because I'll fail miserably. Tomohiro Nishikado and Shoji Takahashi. And other people too. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please feel free to hit that like button and maybe add a subscription too. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.